Hello, my name is Ricardo da Silveira, and this video is to demonstrate my final project for SDET101. In this video, I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of the main features and functionalities of the application. Um, this project combines everything we learned in class into one single integrated system. I've named it the Alexandria Data Monitoring System as an homage to the great Library of Alexandria, which was the first research and development center created more than 2,000 years ago. And since I work on a R&D lab, I thought the name was very fitting. So the purpose of this application is to collect data generated by test equipment and provide a centralized and intuitive platform to visualize and analyze that data. So let's get started. The first feature I'm going to show is the date range picker. So the reason for the date range picker is to allow for you to focus on a particular range of data. This is extremely useful in case if you have a very long running test with lots of data, which is the case at my work. Sometimes we run tests that go for weeks and running 24 hours a day and generate thousands and thousands and thousands of data points. So by using the date picker, I can focus on a particular area. Let me demonstrate. For example, here I have particular data clusters on May 13, May 14, and May 18 here. So let's focus and on May 14 here. So I can just go over here, select May 14, and the end date is also May 14th. So you, as you saw here, it zooms into this particular, and it also updates the table here. And I can further filter the data by using time. For example, let's focus on, let's say starts at 135, and let's just use a small region here. Let's pick, let's see, 145. So if I go over here, the format is 145. So if I go over here and I do 0145, you see how you automatically update it. And I have my tables a lot shorter now. There's only one, two, three, there's only about seven. So let's shorten even a little bit. Let's make it just like a few records just to prove a point. So let's end at 138. So if I go over here and hit 138, too short, let's do 139. There you go. Now I only have four records. And I can export this data into a CSV format. The reason for that is in case you want to use a different tool to analyze this data, some kind of AI or other numerical tool. So let me show you. So here it automatically adds the date, today's date and the time, and I can save. And if I look inside, you'll see that you would match, see the record ID, 171 through 174, and also the values. So the voltage is all for about 420, see 419, 418, and my transfer speed is also the same. Another thing that I want to show you is let's reset it. So if I choose multiple days, it will ignore the date range. So let's pick here today's date like it was before. So one thing that we can do here, for example, if I'm interested in this particular area, I can zoom in, and a very easy zoom in. And you can, as if you notice, the automatic reset. So the graph updates itself with new data every 3 seconds. So whenever you do anything here, you reset itself. So to prevent that, I added this play and pause here. So whenever you pause, you're pausing the front end update. The system is still collecting data. Whatever data it receives is still being saved into the database, is still there, and you show as soon as I hit play, if there's new data, you update the graph. But since now it's paused, I can easily zoom in and play and analyze the data and see what I want. I can look at the data points, look for anything interesting in particular. Another thing that that you can do, you can export this data into an image file. So for example, let's say if I wanna save this for a report that I'm making, I can click here and download that as a PNG file, as an image file, and you will show the same graph exported. Another thing that I like about this, let's increase this, is that I can change my axis data type. For example, here, let me increase the data a little bit more, data range. For example, here, I have clusters of information spread out throughout date, and in this format, it's very hard to see trends, right? Because look, I have some data here on the 14th, but on the 18th it's here and I cannot see what's going on. So when I say toggle x-axis, I change the data type to just a record number. And this way you can easily see now that I can see a trend right here. So something happened here during the test that the equipment under test changed its behavior. So now I can come here, collect the record number, and I can analyze the data and focus on this region here. And again, I can save, I can export this image, and now if I hit play, it will reset itself back. So now a little demonstration I'm gonna do. I'm gonna toggle it back to data, and I am going to generate data right here on May 16th. And you see that the graph will update itself automatically. So I do have a little client that I made that simulates, that generates test data, and you will transmit this data into the system. So this is a little script. It just gives you a little instruction on how to use it. So I'm just going to pick whatever data. I'm just going to put 3 amps. Let's do 600 volts. Let's try to make it an outlier. Let's add it. Let's see, everything seems to be above 50. So I am going to go very low. I am going to go 10. About something went wrong and the thing is going way too fast. And then this is the amount of data points I'm going to generate. So let's put 200 data points. And then it's asking me for the day from today, how many days offset. So today is the 15th, so we want to save on the 16th, so I put +1. If I put -1, it would save on the 14th, but we already have data there. So I'm going to put +1, and it generates 1 data point every, oh, there you go. See, you can see the data. Every 50 milliseconds it generates, and generating 200 points, so it's going to take a little bit. There you go, we finished all my clients and the data, and now we can zoom in here. So I will pause, and now I can zoom in here, and you can see here May 17th, and my new data is there. And let's reset, and let's toggle to see. There you go. See here, I choose about 10 milliseconds, and I can see the trend on the graph right here. So this is it. Thanks for watching.